We're back. Sun Jin Woo Day.
Sun Jin Woo.
I ain't gonna lie. When you did that in the audio, oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
About to clip that.
Sun Jin Woo Day. Another glorious day. Where we at? Episode 4? No, this is episode 5.
Episode 5. I wanted a longer episode. He saw I was so tight.
Yo, when I tell you, get so frustrated at the fact of an episode ending. I've never seen something like that before in my life.
Because I'm invested. I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is good.
But understandable for this week's episode.
Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 5, Reaction.
Rule of 10.
So, what would you rate this episode? 1 out of 10?
Out of 10, this is a good 7, 7.5. Building excitement. This is a really good ass episode. How do you feel?
I say it's like a 6. Right. Because nothing ain't happening, nothing crazy. But towards the end, those red orcs, high level orcs, they not playing no games, man. They said follow us. Motherfucker said follow us.
Nah, he said.
Oh, we gonna fight over here.
What he said really was, now y'all could sit right here and get beat ass from the homies. Or y'all could pull up on me for real how y'all was supposed to.
Yeah.
And
don't
get
try to
beat
run.
ass.
They don't try to run. We coming.
So definitely. So at this point, we might as well just jump right into it. Your prediction from last week, it didn't go how you wanted it to go, man. You thought they was gonna shake.
They had to.
You did take note that she took note. He definitely had that blade on, and it disappeared.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
She took note. She's as perceptive as you want her to be. Clearly,
that's what I wanted to be. Starting out with Che. What's her name?
Che Hayen.
Che Hayen. Che Hayen was on my man's body. Glazed.
First off,
easy.
She glazed the instant she seen homie. I thought that was President Go. She been glazing, and clearly she's building up first. She was in the bed tossing and turning about my boy Smell. That boy got on something crazy. He might have got on some Gucci. He might have on something.
Some just for him or some shit.
Something.
So side note, I realized that nowadays in anime, whenever characters start flexing a little too much, their powers, they about to get clipped up.
What you mean?
That whole A-rank dungeon dive that they was about to do, each one of those A-rank members started flexing their powers. And I'm looking at them. The second I seen that, I said to myself, you about to die, you about to die, you about to die.
But remember, on walking, my boy Jin Woo already peeped the vibes off. The first wrong instinct that came to his head was, yo, this feels like that double dungeon.
Yeah.
It's giving the same vibe. So number one, off rip, he already knew something was up. He knew it was about to be a real bad time in there. They get in there and they see there's some dogs run into some hot orcs. These A ranks are no match.
They no match because he said they got collars on the dogs. Why does the dogs have collars? Nobody else saw that. It was a fashion statement. Nobody else saw the collars but him.
That's that perception level. You up your perception. They all here they got min-max builds. My boy Sun Jin Woo, he really invested in them points. He's a 2K player. 99 overall. That nigga VC glitched character. He might have VC glitched. He might have. That boy Sun Jin Woo turned into the Black Swan himself. He was dancing through that motherfucker. As I seen him going through, slicing him up, when I was hearing, that boy was dancing.
Nah, he was. And he was killing them subtly.
And it was on some slow stealth vibes. He was just like cutting like the Achilles, cutting their tendons, cutting their necks, just letting the group get the finishing blows. And them motherfuckers got a little cocky.
You saw that? That's all right. You saw it.
Like that wasn't y'all work.
Yeah, that wasn't y'all.
that was the God. The God made this possible. You gotta thank him, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this was a good ass episode, bro. Like he's still on his stealthy timing.
He got caught.
He did. Shorty was she's like, yo, you expect me to like we all A rank, I'm a B rank mage XYZ. You thought I wasn't supposed to know that you, but you got your reasons. I'm gonna let you rock. First though, Shorty, you're not letting my man rock. He do what he wanna do. And if you really try to be an issue, you'd have got dealt with.
Oh, you're not, yeah.
Show respect.
Easy. So following that, the high orcs, when they started talking, they started glitching. I was confused.
That boy turned into Stink Nina.
Like,
He was the Stink Nina. Start speaking English.
I was so confused. Why did the rest of the party not see that as an issue? Because he started talking to him in his own language, and I'm like, that's not normal.
Obviously, like when Senjin Woo was talking to the elves, it was like they were speaking gibberish. It wasn't like the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this orc was a really high mage, like so. I could imagine this being like a situation where it's like, yo, instead of thinking of things like in normalcy, they just try to get out the gate and put spells so they could leave the gate, and they over here getting smoked up. Like,
they got cursed. That's crazy.
Yeah, this orc is different. I don't know. I don't know if he was that different that he could translate languages, but
I thought he was the boss, the real boss, sitting on the throne.
But first off, he was talking crazy. He was like, "You think there's anybody here who's stronger than me?" I'm thinking, look, he really talking like he like that. He was not like that. You seen a real man on that throne with a woolly mammoth skull covering his face. We also seen a B rank healer can rebuild your entire arm.
I seen that, yeah.
Senjin Woo couldn't even get healed up by like the D rank regular in those little small dungeons, whatever. Yeah. She was getting like little scratches and all that patched up, but she could barely do that. A B rank healer brought somebody's entire arm back. Imagine an S rank.
First you said S rank.
Same.
No, right? He said an S rank healer.
Imagine.
Then they could kill the ants. At that point, I'm killing the ants.
That's also what kind of got me tight a little bit, even though he did like maneuver after the fact and nobody really got injured per se. But it's like he be like hesitant, especially with this being my last day even being E rank.
He's saying go all out.
Yeah,
that's not in his character though, because that's too many questions.
But it's life and death, and you're not gonna die. But how many times can you escape a dungeon where everybody else is dead before niggas like, all right, you doing this, and now you about to get reevaluated and you S rank? You clearly have something to do with all this.
But at that point, it don't matter because who gonna stop him?
Right, but that's also not his character. Be most hated.
So overall, you say a 7.
7.5. Next episode guaranteed 8+. Guaranteed.
If guaranteed an 8 if they fight.
He's going to. There's no way you come to this arena and we Dragon Ball Z it and nobody fights the whole episode.
Yep. The first half of the episode is Chehayan just talking, getting more information about him, and only at the ending they begin to fight. I see that happen. So from my memory of reading from years ago, there are points obviously where it's like it's talking, but for the most part, this is like literally like action for like majority of it. Like last episode, there was no action. This episode, action. Yeah.
Episode before the last episode, action. Episode before that, action. It's been action. That's what I'm saying. Like from this show is action. It's going to be action. Even if it gets like a little dead, it get right back to the violence.
Amen.
Trust.
What you guys think? 6, 7, 7.5. Don't say a 10. It's not a 10.
Listen, if you wanted to, I wouldn't care. Blaze up, yurt.
I want better for you.
Unfortunately, we have to wait another week.
I can't do it.
That's been our review on the episode. Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure you like. You said that already?
No, we didn't. But don't forget to like.
Show,
y'all slacking a little bit.
Show some support, man. Y'all watching the video, you might as well like it. You don't like it? You don't like us? You don't like Senjin Woo? If you don't like Senjin Woo, just say that.
Just say it.
But that's another review, man. Some intake boys. Signing out.
Eu só visa no pote, o dinheiro é óbvio. A conta balança como fosse zumba. Movimentação de segunda a segunda. Maconha que eu fumo vem de Criciúma. Bebendo um Sprite com gosto de uva. Sprite com gosto de uva. Bebe até ficar maluca.